Hey Algebra, I'm doing lesson 25, which is radical expressions, division. I think there's only a few more lessons and then we're done with these radicals, so just hang in there. I've got the volume up way high and I'm trying to talk a little louder, so hopefully you can hear me better here. But when you are dividing radical expressions, you're going to divide each term by the divisor, which the divisor in this case is the square root of 2. And then again, if we end up with a radical in the denominator, we have to then rationalize the denominator. So I set it up this way. I've got 3 square root 2 over square root 2 plus this term here, 2 square root 3 over square root 2. So I'm dividing each of these by the square root of 2. These will cancel out, we know. So we'll be left with 3 plus 2 square root 3 over square root 2. To get rid of a radical in your denominator, you have to multiply the top and the bottom by the denominator. So that'll bring us down to 3 plus 2 square root 3 times square root 2 over square root 2 times square root 2. Okay? When you multiply, you put those under the same radical. So we've got 2, 3 times 2 over square root 2 times square root 2 is going to give us 2. Now, 3 times 2 here is 6, so we've got 2 square root 6 over 2. Oh, I forgot, we had a 3 plus here as well. Hold on just a second, I left out the 3. Alright, so I'm going to put it here. That was all, 3 was being added to it. I'm sorry. So now you should have the step 3 plus 2 square root 6 over 2. Those will cancel out, because 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 1's, being anything multiplied by 1 is itself. So now we've just got 3 plus the square root of 6. And that's all we can do. We can't combine those. So this would be your final answer there. Go ahead and pause it. Try the classwork examples on your own, and then replay it when you have your answers and you're ready to check them. Okay, so for the first one, 3 square root 10 plus 2 square root 14 divided by 2. You divide each term by the divisor here. So we're right here, dividing each term by the square root 2. And then here, I'm just kind of simplifying, reducing to work with some smaller numbers. So I knew 10 and 2 shared a common factor of 2. Divided 2 to get 1. 10 divided by 2 is 5. Same thing here, I simplified. Divided each of them by 2, so I got 7 and 1, which left me, that got rid of the denominators and left me with 3 square root 5 plus 2 square root 7. And that's it. That'll be my final answer because I don't have anything in the denominator that needs to be fixed. The next example, didn't get enough room to do ahead of time, but we've got 5 square root 6 plus 3 square root 2 divided by square root 3. Alright, the first thing you should have done was divide each of those terms by square root 3. So 5 square root 6 over square root 3 plus 3 square root 2 over square root 3. So far so good. I'm going to go ahead and simplify this one here. 6 and 3 can both be divided by 3. So that's going to leave me with, if you can't simplify the 2 and 3, they don't share a common factor. That'll leave me with 5 square root 2 plus 3 square root 2 over square root 3. I've got a square root in the denominator still, so I'm going to have to multiply the top and bottom of this part by the square root of 3. We're keeping this part. I'll try not to lose that like last time. So we still have our 5 square root 2 plus 3 square root 2 over square root 3. Again, multiplying the top and bottom here. So that'll leave us with 3. 2 times 3 over 3. Simplifying here, keeping that, gotta keep that 5 square root 2 plus 3 square root 6 over 3. And yeah, these will cancel out, and you're just left with 5 square root 2 plus square root 6. That will be your final answer. Go ahead and replay the video if you need a little extra practice, and come to me tomorrow with any questions that you have. Bye.